Tribute to a trailblazer, Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings. With hearts full of reverence, the National Democratic Congress today bows to honor a woman whose life changed the course of our nation, Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings. She was not only a first lady, she was boldness personified. She was the very heartbeat of a movement that reshaped Ghana's political, social, and democratic landscape. From her early years at the Ghana Tourist Board and the Union Trading Company, she engaged directly with the struggles of ordinary women. These encounters ignited in her a fierce determination to fight for dignity, justice, and opportunity, especially for women whose voices had been ignored. In the restless Ghana of the 1980s, she did not stand at the margins. She stepped into the arena not merely to support a revolution, but to define one. A founding of the 31st December Women's Movement was one of the boldest acts of leadership in our national history. What began as an idea became a nationwide transformational engine that empowered women, millions of women, nurtured community leadership, and restored confidence in those who had once been invisible. Under her commanding and charismatic leadership, over 870 early childhood centers rose across the country. Today, thousands of adults in their 30s and 40s carry the gift of early education because Nana Konadu and her movement walked into their communities and planted opportunities where none existed. Her work was practical, personal, and profoundly transformational. Her advocacy went far beyond education. Through literacy drives, micro-enterprise programs, and legal reform, she helped thousands of women become informed, earnest, and confident citizens. Her boldness influenced the passage of the Interstate Succession Law, NDC 111, a watershed legislation many rightly call the Nana Konadu Law. She stood between widows and injustice, fighting to ensure that no woman was left homeless or powerless in her darkest hour. Her fearlessness also took Ghana to the world stage. At the 1995 Beijing conference, she spoke for the African girl child with a clarity and authority that commanded global respect. Above all, Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings was a foundational pillar of both the PNDC and the NDC. She did not operate from the background. She was at the very center, organizing women, building structures, shaping strategy, strengthening grassroots, and helping give birth to a party that was not just political, but deeply connected to the people. The history of the NDC cannot be told without her name spoken boldly and with honor. She was not an observer of the struggle. She was an architect of its success. She was not a mere participant. She was a pillar, strong, unyielding, indispensable. Her election in 2009 as first vice chairperson of the NDC was a recognition of her stature as a founding mother of the party, one whose influence could never be wished away, revised, forgotten. When the time came, she once again defied all limits and became the first woman to contest the presidency of the Republic of Ghana. A testament to a courage and lifelong message that leadership is not a man's birthright. Today, as we mourn, we also celebrate a woman who lived with intention, who spoke a truth without fear, and who served this country with unshakable conviction. A legacy lives in every confident girl who walks into a classroom, every widow protected by law and dignity, every woman who now knows she can lead, every community where early education took root, and every structure of our political tradition that she helped build with her own hands. On behalf of the National Democratic Congress, we say, thank you, Nana Konadu. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for the lives you uplifted. Thank you for the foundations you laid, foundations that can never be erased from the history of the PNDC or the NDC. Your race is run, but your legacy endures. Your fire continues to burn in a new generation, unafraid to be bold. May your soul rest in perfect peace. Rest well, mother of the movement. Ghana is better because you lived. Thank you.